Profits went up, taxes stayed low for the rich, wages stayed flat. So what exactly trickled down? Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to Marxisms. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Um, so, what is trickle down economics, first of all? Um, Trickle down economics is the hypothesis that if you lower taxes and reduce regulations on corporations and wealthy individuals, they will invest more, grow the economy, create jobs, and increase wages, which will ultimately benefit the broader population. How's that worked out for us? Well, let's take a look. Okay, so this chart is measuring the corporate profits against and taxes in the billions against the wages compared with the I would imagine compared with the GDP, which is how they do these things. This is a cleaner chart than you're going to see later. You're going to see a more comprehensive chart, but it's a little more all over the place. But this is put out by Fred, and Fred is a really nice guy. No, Fred is the Federal Reserve, basically. The Federal Reserves of St. Louis they handle all this stuff. I don't know why it's in St. Louis, but spread the wealth, I guess. Um, so yeah, so this is shows the great gap that has been created since trickle down economics hypotheses was instituted by Ronald Reagan. It has not worked out very well for us. It's worked out well for like Trump's buddies. All right, so that's that chart. And then here, this one is by the Economic Policy Institute. Have to give them credit for this. Workers' share of corporate income shows the lack of recovery. This is wages and benefits and all that stuff that against what the corporations make. Now, these shaded lines are adjustments that the Economic Policy Institute took to clean up the data, and they took out the Federal Reserve profits, which would have skewed the scale. And so they unskewed the scale, basically. Okay. And then this is another one from Fred. This is the more comprehensive one that I was talking about. And this goes back to, the 1940s. And it shows how wages, which are in red, have compared over the years to wages in the the wages in the blue, and this is against the GDP. So this is corporate profits against the GDP versus wages and probably other bennies against the GDP right here. So here's what's happened, particularly starting in the 80s, late 90s. You still had this kind of ups and downs a little bit, and then just all of a sudden it started just going up. And this is where we are today. This is the gap. I mean, look how it used to be for years and years and years. And you saw the cleaner version of this, which is that's all this is the cleaner version that but only goes back to 94. I actually pulled this off of Robert Reich's page. He was talking about this today, and I've been thinking about doing a show on trickle down economics, because I remember back in the day them all talking about that, and I remember thinking, oh yeah, okay, that sort of makes sense. Of course, I was a dumb kid back then. Imagine, if you just give rich people more money, they'll be less greedy somehow. Oh, you silly boy. Anyway, so this is true, and I've been following this stuff for a long time. I was recently working for a grocery store chain. I'm not going to mention the name, but I'm looking at their quarterly profits, and I'm looking at the people who work there who have SNAP cards, and I'm looking at my wages, and it didn't matter to me that much because I just wanted a part-time job for a little bit of extra money, and I started figuring it out, and it's like I'm almost worked so that I could shop at this place. I mean, that's how expensive the food is there, and then the how low the wages are, but. Yeah, no, it was kind of interesting to watch and to follow that, and I did. I followed their profit. I've done this for years, though. I've done this with all kinds of industries and stuff like that. See, now there's a lot of reasons why this is happening too. See, globalization has played a huge part in this. All the manufacturing obviously is gone from this country pretty much. It all goes overseas. It's um, it's done by cheap labor in China and all kinds of other places where they don't have any rules and regulations like we do. Um, a lot of it's gone to automation over the years, over the recent decades. Automation has just skyrocketed, especially with robotics. That's taken a lot of jobs. AI is starting to take a lot of jobs now too. Jobs that you didn't think that you could. I remember when I was doing surveying, when I was going to school for surveying, they were saying this is a job that it can't be taken over. Well, that's not true because now with AI and robotics, it definitely can be taken over. So there is nothing safe now, honestly. So also the decline in labor unions has taken place as well. And so, I mean, I hear people all the time talking about, yeah, I don't want to pay somebody. I don't want to pay somebody so that I could work. And it's like, I paid 35 at the end. At the end, okay, it didn't wasn't always this way. It went up a little bit, but $35 a month, okay? I paid $35 a month so that I could make like $61 an hour. So if I was working non-union, I would have made like $20 an hour and had a 401k and probably some health benefits that I could pay into. When I was being union and paying that $35 a month for my dues, I had health care I didn't have to pay into. I was paying into an annuity, and you could control that, how much money went in and how you invested it and everything to a point. Um, I was getting a pension, paying into a pension, and I'm retired now. I have to pay for my own health care now, but unfortunately, but it's still, um, I wouldn't have got that being non-union. See, they don't understand. People don't understand. It's like I was making more money than I would have. I used to explain it this way. It's like you don't want to pay $35 a month to make $250 more a week, and that was in the early days. It's way more than that now. But that's literally. I remember the argument. I mean, I remember Kmart was trying to unionize, and that was their big argument. And the people were just really uneducated. It's like, God, you need to go look at the numbers first instead of having this blind loyalty to this company that's basically screwing you over. And where did that get you? I mean, if you had any kind of benefits through Kmart, do they exist anymore? Nope. So, yeah, no, it was kind of interesting. Being in a labor union is a good thing. But here's what happens in this country, and I've talked about this before. The people that are getting the big socialist benefits are the rich, are corporations. They get tax subsidies. They get um, bailed out when they fail, and they get tax breaks and all that kind of stuff that we don't really qualify for. We can't really get the average Joe. We're limited in how we can do what we can do. And so what these guys will do, these very people that are making these record profits that get all of the money and all of the benefits from socialism in this country will tell you that if you belong to a labor union, that you're a socialist, a communist, a red, whatever. Well, how is making a better living being communist? I mean, I want to make more money. Isn't that the same thing that they're doing? So I always looked at that as a capitalist kind of thing myself, It's like we're getting together, a bunch of people are getting together and we're paying people who are professionals at this or learn how to do it or paying them to learn how to do it so that they can get us better wages so that they could collectively bargain for us. It just it's there's nothing communist about it. Collectively bargain. Oh, well, it's collectivism. Well, yeah, because we're not as big as a corporation, but is a corporation a collective? In a way, they are. You know, they have stockholders and they have a board of trustees and all this other kind of stuff. Same as a union. So it isn't any different. They're just trying to fool you, and they've basically buffaloed most of this country into thinking that them making a shitload of profit is a good thing, and that's capitalism. That's good, and the only reason you're collecting welfare is because you're too lazy and you're not working. Well, it's not true. It's just absolute nonsense. This is why right here. That's why. This is what's really going on. This is why we have a huge homeless population. This is why people are struggling. This is why we have two income households. This is why people are working and still on welfare. This crap's got to stop. We need to start taxing the crap out of the rich, start paying down our debt, and start, you know, why don't these people start acting like Christians? They call themselves Christians. There's nothing Christian about capitalism. I'm sorry. Jesus would have been a socialist, at least a democratic socialist. I mean, he did. It's like, hey, give to Caesar what is Caesar's, but give to God what is God's. But he also believed in charity. So there's a little balance there. Anyway, go check out the video. The videos up here that'll be in this well, way over here, I guess, and or here. It's like or here. Okay, so anyway, go check out the videos that are going to be posted, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.